Today on Monkey Life, Alison goes to collect Kush, a pet marmoset in need of a new home, despite the best efforts of her owner.
You've done a really nice job and a thoughtful job compared to most.
Past the parcel for the chimps, the bachelor boys get their morning treats all boxed up.
I think they're enjoying it. They're suspiciously quiet, which always worries me with chimps, to be honest.
And a puzzle feeder proves no problem for the skillful squirrel monkeys. Monkey World in Dorset, buried deep in the English countryside, is the largest sanctuary of its kind on the planet. The team, led by Dr. Alison Cronin, rescue and rehabilitate abused and unwanted primates from all over the world.
Anything could happen. You really have to have an open mind.
The park provides a home for more than 260 primates from 24 different species. It's early morning, and Alison's getting ready to rescue a marmoset. A regular occurrence for the team at Monkey World.
Great. Gloves, zip ties, food.
She's heading to Bristol, just a short journey from the park in Dorset, to pick up a female called Kush, who's been on the waiting list since 2019.
Here we go again.
The park has rescued primates from all across the globe for the past 37 years. But the UK primate pet trade is a relentless burden on its resources. Kush will be the 131st monkey to be given a home, having been legally sold as a pet.
Kush's story is not unique to the pet trade. Kush and another female were actually sold for £2,000 to the gentleman in Bristol that we're about to go meet. Sadly, one of the females died, and Kush remains. And the chap sort of sounds like he knows what he needs to do for the marmoset. She's not had any issues, so she looks pretty good.
But that's not usually the case, as Alison well knows. She's been campaigning for decades for a change in UK law governing the trade in primates as pets, and has been on the steering committee drafting legislation currently going through Parliament.
We continue to battle on, hoping that we're going to get the laws changed. I think it's our 83rd marmoset. So yeah, quite a few primates coming in. Kush is actually going to go and join Moschino, Mozzie for short, who we rescued from the pet trade just last year. So I'm hoping that Kush and Mozzie will become our next happy couple at the park, and that all goes well today.
While Alison heads to Bristol to collect Kush, back at the park, the team are prepping for the marmoset's arrival. Elle is getting a bedroom ready, with only minimal changes. Kush's owner has indicated the marmoset has good mobility, so additional safe low branching isn't needed.
Just putting up some little bits and bobs, little forage tubs, just assessing the branching that we've got in there just to make sure it's all firmly up and stable, ready for her arrival.
The team are optimistic Kush will bond with Mozzie. He arrived last year after being confiscated and removed from poor living conditions by the RSPCA. His previous owner was found guilty of animal welfare offences and banned from keeping animals for 10 years.
He was rescued where he was kept in solitary confinement, so he really lacks the social and communication skills that marmosets really need. We've done a few intros with Moschino. They haven't gone very successfully. When we're introducing marmosets together, you've got to try and think, do their personalities match? I think the previous females that we have tried to match Mozzie up with perhaps might not have been the best for him. However, the sound of this new female is more up to his standard.
If they hit it off, marmosets pair bond for life, so there's a lot at stake for both of them. Kush will spend a few days in the bedroom next door to Mozzie to get accustomed to the sights, sounds and smells of her new surroundings. When the two marmosets appear settled alongside each other, the primate care staff can decide if a more close-up and personal introduction is appropriate. Keeping groups of captive chimpanzees stimulated and happy is a challenge for the primate care staff. In the wild, chimps can spend a third of their day eating and foraging, travelling as they go. But finding food isn't an issue at the park, so the team need to come up with ideas to keep their charges busy. Today, they're boxing clever, having hoarded delivery packaging for the last few weeks in order to motivate Paco's bachelor group and encourage them to hunt for treats.
We want to make their lives as interesting as possible. They are, at the end of the day, in captivity. It's nowhere near as stimulating as what their lives in the wild would be. So you're just constantly trying to engage them on more of an intellectual level, I guess. But yeah, sometimes it's just nice to let them just run riot. They like to break things. Now they've got an outlet for it for the day.
The team have filled the boxes with a variety of healthy snacks.
So inside the boxes, we've scattered a mixture of different seeds, different nuts, a lot of different mixtures of dried fruit, which is great. It's nice and small little bits. So yeah, they're going to have to go fidgeting around in the boxes to find them, but probably when they grab the boxes and go up high, they're going to drop loads of it, so then they've got to climb back down to forage on the grass for it. Little bits and bobs like that are just great, and dried fruit isn't a huge part of their diet these days because it is so sugary, so we do like to use it as sparingly as we can, but we just want them to be happy, so, you know, doesn't matter how long it takes, as long as we've got silly, playful chimps at the end of the day, we feel like our job's been done.
The boxes, of all different shapes and sizes, are distributed around the boys' large enclosure, giving everyone an opportunity to tackle them. Some snacks will be easy to find, while others have been hidden in tied-up old socks. Hopefully, Paco's ageing group will prove enthusiastic and up to the task. With the boxes all set, it's time for Sean to let the noisy chimps out into their enclosure. There's plenty of excitement. The group know it's breakfast time, but today it looks a lot different. And as they get stuck in, it's obvious good things don't just come in small packages, but in all shapes and sizes. Mojo goes for a smaller option, striking gold immediately with a handful of nuts. A nutty treat for Rocky too, who uses his strong teeth to crack it open. Charlie isn't usually known for his enthusiasm when it comes to enrichment, but today he's gathered a cache of cardboard and is thoroughly enjoying himself. Low-ranker Kiko opts for a box nestling in a prickly gorse bush. Chimps in the wild spend most of their day foraging through the foliage. There's barely a sound as everyone tucks in.
I think they're enjoying it. They're suspiciously quiet, which always worries me with chimps, to be honest. Yeah, we want them to have a challenge, you know, we don't want everything to just be easy for them. Sometimes you can feel quite mean that you feel like you're making things too hard, but that's what's keeping them occupied. You know, it's better than them just being sat there bored. You know, we really want them to push themselves a bit. So, yeah, the harder it is to get inside the smaller boxes, and also there's more food inside the smaller boxes, so it's worth more to put the effort in for them.
Sean has also left an extra hidden treat for the chimps to find.
We put a few monkey nuts inside the hanging barrel. We really don't use it too often. We don't want to go overboard using the same enrichment too many times, otherwise it stops being stimulating. So this will be the first time they've had the barrel in quite a long while, actually. Sometimes with the boys, they're a little bit lazy occasionally, so they might just go, oh yeah, there's something in there, I'll go and eat something else instead. But fingers crossed they'll use it.
One chimp enjoying today's boxed-up breakfast is 33-year-old Paquito. He's a playful chimp who's come a long way since being rescued back in 1997. He was found locked up in a shed in Barcelona.
Oh my goodness sakes. Hello, hello. This is a big boy. Oh my.
When he arrived at Monkey World, He had few social skills and no clue about how to behave with other chimps. But life with the bachelors has taught Paquito a lot, and he's now a much valued part of the troop. It doesn't take long for the chimps to work through the boxes, with only a few scraps left to find. Some of the nuts and fruit have fallen to the ground and will be foraged throughout the day. But leader Paco has found another use for the empty boxes, making a nest, before settling down for a mid-morning snooze. After a 2-hour journey, Alison has arrived in Bristol to collect Kush, a pet trade marmoset.
Yeah, let's go see what the score is.
She's meeting owner Dean, who contacted Monkey World 4 years ago to discuss the possibility of rehoming his pet.
Oh yeah, it's just knocking on the door. Are you Dean?
Yeah, you come in, all right?
Yeah, I'm Alison.
How you doing, all right?
Pleasure.
It's taken more than 4 years for space to become available for Kush at the park.
Oh, she's smelly.
So,
Dean and his father originally bought 2 marmosets from a dealer 9 years ago for £2,000. They were supposed to be a male and a female, but later a visit to the vet revealed both were females.
She's well fed. She's a bit chubby.
well fed, Jackie?
Yeah, and her back is a little bit hunched, so she does need some D3. But she looks pretty good, don't you look worried?
Dean realised early on that looking after a pet primate and keeping it fit and healthy is hard work and a full-on job.
So you bought 2 of them. Was that by choice or?
I thought it was a good idea at the time. It's not. And people don't understand the attention, the time span that they need.
What would you say about the pet trade and these being bought and sold, sort of like goldfish?
This is not a goldfish. It's no joke. I done what I could. It's still not enough.
You've done a really nice job and a thoughtful job compared to most.
Dean has done his best to look after the small primate, providing her with a large outside enclosure linked to an indoor cage with suitable heating. Kush has also had an appropriate diet, including live grubs and insects. But despite all Dean's efforts, he knows he hasn't been able to provide everything the marmoset needs.
It's just sad that people are sort of left in this position, really. He spent so much money, time, and effort trying to make it right, but it can't really be done in a domestic setting unless you're prepared to give your entire life over or have so much free income that you can pay other people to be looking after your animals. But, it's that's certainly not within most people's financial ability.
With the travel box ready for the journey home, Alison now needs to persuade Kush into it.
Might be able to make friends yet. Good girl. Hey, Kushti.
But Kush isn't entirely convinced. She does trust Dean, however, so he steps in to help.
She's looking. She has to walk in before I can do it, otherwise it's all over.
Alison attempts to bribe her with waxworms, but Kush is still wary of the box.
Good girl.
Another one?
After a certain amount of hesitation, the lure of live food proves too much.
5.
Job done.
She's a confident lady. It just took some time and actually going for cupboard love, really. I mean, we can say all of these fabulous things. In the end, it comes down to the waxworms.
You'll be all right.
After 9 years of caring for the marmoset, it's time for Dean to say his goodbyes.
Oh, mate.
Thanks again. Take care.
Yeah. I can't bear it. I will look after your little girl, and you bring your family down, huh? You know, it's heartbreaking. I could even cry right now. And, like, this is what I do day in and day out, up and down the breadth of Britain. This trade does more damage than also just the animals. I mean, I'm here to represent the marmosets and whatever primate in the pet trade. But the people side of things cuts me up also. It's not right. Laws need to change. They must change. Must change.
Kush is blissfully unaware of the upset as she eats her waxworms and starts building a nest, while Alison begins the short journey back to the park in Dorset. The park is home to 5 squirrel monkeys, split into 2 separate groups. 3 common squirrel monkeys who were rescued together from appalling conditions at a house in Bridgewater, Somerset, called Logan, Lucille and Lopez, and a smaller group consisting of the most recent arrival, common squirrel monkey Kimbo, who was rescued last year from the pet trade, and female black-capped Nueve. Kimbo's lack of social skills and the unlikelihood of the established males accepting him meant plans to integrate him with the trio from Somerset were put on hold. But he did get on well with Nueve, so the pair have been separated off to form their own little subgroup. Today, the twosome are being given one of their favourite meals, live insects. But primate care staff member Karen plans to make them work for it.
So this isn't going to be an easy meal for them, which is what enrichment is about, really. It's trying to make them work for their food. It keeps them active, it makes their brains work, because they have to figure out how to get it, but then also their bodies have to work harder because they have to figure out a way to get to it and then actually get to it.
The insects are hiding in sawdust, and Karen's concealing them in a large hanging puzzle.
So this, when it's hung down, actually quite low. So some of the high ones, they'll come down from the top. They'll use their feet to grip onto and kind of slide down a little bit, stick their hands through. Some of the lower ones they may be able to get to from here. They might come from the sides. So they can come from all different angles. There's branching kind of all around it to give them options. But it'll be interesting to see whether the 2 different monkeys approach it differently or they approach it the same. So yeah, it'd be really interesting to see how they tackle it, really.
Karen fills the puzzle with a mix of locusts and something a bit different, Morio worms.
They don't get these guys very often. These are a bit of a treat. These are Morio worms, so they're nice and big and fat and juicy. When you pick them up, they try and like curl around and try and bite you. So yeah, we obviously wear gloves anyway when we're handling food for the primates, but I wouldn't want to touch these without gloves on because they can give a little nip.
Kimbo and Nueve are let out, and the insect puzzle immediately grabs their attention. The holes are the perfect size for their hands and arms to reach through, but locating the insects amongst the sawdust is a challenge, both physically and mentally, and tests their hand-eye coordination. The locusts are first on the menu. They're big and visible, although they do move quickly. Squirrel monkeys, however, are experts at hunting for insects. Their small hands are just like humans, adept at grasping small objects. Nueve prefers to hunt and take her quarry away to eat. Kimbo, on the other hand, can't get enough of the tasty grubs and is happy to gorge in situ. Squirrel monkeys are extremely agile. They don't have a prehensile tail like some other South American primates, but do have a powerful grip that lets them hang upside down when searching for food. It doesn't take long for the pair to master the puzzle and devour most of the grubs, eating in harmony with no friction, and happily sharing the tasty mealtime. Following a 60-mile journey from Bristol, Alison has arrived back at Monkey World with Kush the marmoset, safely in her travel box.
How's it going?
Yeah, good. How is she?
Angry at me. She's grumpy. She's got quite an attitude on her. She's a bit overweight with a little bit of boobs, and a little bit, you know how like Ty is a bit squished? I think like her back is rickets, but she moves just fine.
Nice.
Primate care staff member Elle is on hand to greet them.
Ooh, sassy.
She's already prepped a bedroom at the domestic marmoset house, ready for Kush to spend her first night in her new home. Despite being a little overweight and showing early signs of rickets, Kush appears in reasonable health. Her owner Dean had done his best to care for her.
He was actually very good and proactive, knowing that she needs companionship, an appropriate environment, a good vet, more love and attention than he's able to give. He was heartbroken.
Before heading to the bedrooms, the team take the opportunity to weigh Kush in the box.
2.98.
Alison and Elle are hoping to pair up the new arrival with Mozzie, a male marmoset who arrived last year.
Right, darling, I know. Let's go get you in.
He's in a bedroom next door. For the first couple of days, the prospective partners will be able to see and hear each other without any physical contact.
Come on, Kushti.
Elle opens up the travel box, but Kush takes her time. Then, out she comes, heading up high.
Good girl.
Unsurprisingly, she's a bit shell-shocked. Kush has spent 9 years in one place, and now it's all change. She's in a new space surrounded by lots of different smells and some noisy marmoset neighbours.
She's a newbie, it's a new environment, I'm a new face. I know she's been very close to a male human, so perhaps a female human she's not too fond of, so we'll have to build a friendship because I'm the one that's going to be looking after her quite a lot. But it won't be hard. She's a bit of a chubby girl, so she likes the food, and if food is the way to her heart, then that's the way I'll go forward.
So the next 48 hours will be all about getting to know Kush and earning her trust. Then introducing her to a new male companion and, fingers crossed, partner for life. Next time on Monkey Life, Gibbons, Sam and Sasak move out, while the maintenance team move in to give their enclosure a makeover. But Sam is less than enthusiastic.
Come on, Sam. Is he moving at all?
Nope.
Don't think he would.
And Capuchin Donnie takes over as alpha male of his group, having proved a hit with the ladies.